This Bratz movie is a literal fever dream and has haunted me for the past 15 years. More at 5. Bratz is one of the most iconic doll franchises of the early 2000s.
Bratz, pretty and punk, passion for fashion, doing makeup, smoothie shaker, diverse den.
And it wasn't only dolls.
Bratz plugged in. Your life, your style.
There was makeup, clothes, a TV show, video games, and Bratz Rock angled. And of course, there were the Bratz films. And I say films with intention because the Bratz films were cinema. I just remember mindlessly consuming Bratz movies. Honestly, I really don't remember the plot to most of the Bratz movies. Were they good? Yes. Were they memorable? No. All except for one. That movie was Bratz Super Babyz. So I do think about this movie once a month, but it's more of like a passing thought. Like anytime I see a potato. Now, I know that sounds very quirky, random girl energy, but it's not quirky, random girl energy. You will understand where I'm coming from there. Now, what better place to find things that I have dug so deep into my subconscious than my TikTok For You page? Because that's where I found this movie again in my life. I had about 200 likes when I saw it, so there's really no reason. However, I did really deeply think about how insane this movie is. The first thing I did after I saw this clip was think, oh my god, this was as weird as I remember and scary. 2, I need to watch it again. I don't know if this would have been exposure therapy at this point, but I could not find it. I checked all of the major streaming services, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu. I gave up there because I have subscriptions to no other streaming services. However, I checked all reliable YouTube. And our favorite person, Augustin 2007, uploaded the entire movie just 3 months ago. So this movie starts off with this really long scene of space. And maybe you're thinking what I was thinking when I first watched it again. Isn't this about babies who are superheroes? Yes, you are correct. It doesn't matter because we're playing this absolutely incredible little melody. And it's almost hypnotizing that it kind of makes you forget, why are you in space right now? Who are you? Finally, we get to Earth. Okay, that's where we're going to be. That's where the plot of the movie is. Here we go. We're getting to it. We have this absolutely insane transition from this green stuff to a little prince baby.
Come to Baby Galaxy where babies rule! Visit Adventure Universe.
Yes, that cut was really weird. I'm so glad you said that because when I first watched it, I felt viscerally uncomfortable by it for some reason. I don't know if it's just because she's silently dancing and jumping on the couch or if it's because it's for a microsecond that if you simply blink, you may miss it. So this commercial is for the amusement park that the girls are going to the next day, Adventure Universe. Very good and creative name. I love it. And the girls are also talking about their favorite superheroes who are really just so irrelevant to the plot and they're kind of lame.
Johnny Speedometer.
Yay! Johnny Speedometer, my fave!
Mr. Stretch-tastic.
Woohoo!
Now when I say this movement scared the living shit out of me, I mean that. I mean that with all my heart, and I've always said that. And you may be thinking, whoa, that movement was very scary and cursed, and it will be a little bit hard to forget about that. I did forget to mention something to you, and this is the first ever Bratz Babyz computer-generated animated Bratz Babyz. When I was researching, it said that, and it's like, this is the first Bratz Babyz that is CGI. I don't know if this is the first Bratz movies that's CGI. I'm not going to make any claims to that. All I'm going to say is clearly there was still some experimentation happening. I think the fact that this is the first Bratz Babyz that is CGI is what makes this movie so special to me. and to a lot of people.
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church.
And then the queen herself, Gran, comes in. Now, I do love Gran with every fiber of my being. I just love the way she is so herself. So Gran is telling the girls they need to go to bed. They got to go to bed early, like really early. It's still sunny out. What are you guys, babies? But they do have to go to bed early because they're going to Adventure Universe the next day and they have to get their rest in. But the girls don't want to go to bed. They want to go to Adventure Universe right now. And they can't even sleep. They're so excited.
Don't you want to rest up for your big day tomorrow?
Rest up? We want to stay up.
Do you remember when you were a kid, like so excited for Christmas or a vacation or a holiday or something, and you were just so excited to live that you couldn't even sleep? And now you sleep a lot and you take multiple naps a day? Anyway, Gran is kind of blind.
Now, Chloe.
It's me, Gran, Jade.
She does have 3 pairs of glasses, which helps. But she kind of mixes them up, and also she still can't really see that well. So she mixes the girls up a lot. And that's a plot point that is important for the future. So finally, Gran convinces the girls to go to bed, and they go to sleep in their spandex and boots. Jesus? Why? And this weird beam of light happens at night. We can only assume it could have something to do with space from that long intro of space. Okay, it's the big day, Adventure Universe time, baby. And we are stoked. Stoked. I've literally never said that in my life. I've never used that. I don't know who I'm trying to be for you. So the babies run into their idol superheroes who are relevant, and I just realized that the babies are dressed as their idol superheroes. I just thought they were wearing the spandex suits for funsies. Anyway, the girls are enjoying the park. They're having a good time. They're slaying on the rides. Everyone's having a really good time, except for Chloe, who kind of ruins the mood and kills the vibe a little bit.
Chloe, are you okay? Oh, she yelled so loud even my earlobes hurt.
The group is just walking around and Yasmin decides, I don't want to be here right now. I'm going to go to the gift shop. I'll see you losers later. So she heads off to the gift shop and then they notice, oh my gosh, Yasmin's gone. Where is she? She's probably in the gift shop. She's just like me. I love a gift shop. And then we notice this little creature following Yasmin in. And Gran says this.
Is that her?
Nobody judge her. She's trying her best. Okay, I'm just going to play this scene now and we'll unpack it later because maybe it'll plant a seed deep into your subconscious as well, like it did for me.
Toys. Ultra zappers.
Hey, you gotta pay for that!
What? Oh, who do you think you are?
I am the store manager. How'd you get it off the shelf?
Return it, please.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, this creature. The fact that he waved was kind of wholesome, and I was like, okay, maybe I do like this character. Maybe he's a villain who has a lot of depth. And then he spoke.
Return it, please.
And my brain hurt a little bit after that, and I needed to take a water break. Also, I want to know why they designed the device to look like that. They couldn't have made the device look a little bit more family friendly? Am I crazy? Do I have a dirty little mind? I'm not kidding. Stop laughing, guys. This is serious. So that was something I took into account. I will say one positive of the scene is the employee. He's doing his job. He's working retail. He's doing his best. He's able to communicate pretty well with the small creature. So after these insane interactions in the gift shop, this little fellow runs very fast to the spaceship. So on the spaceship, we learned this fellow's name is Tuber, and he is actually an alien that looked like a potato and turned himself into something that resembles a baby because the aliens have seen that babies are treated like royalty on Earth, and they want to be treated like royalty too. They want to be taken care of. Tuber's back on the ship, and he actually didn't bring the matter manipulator. I don't remember what it's called. The matter changer? The matter device. We'll call it that. It's not called that. He used that to change himself into a baby. And he was supposed to bring it on the ship to change everyone else into babies. However, he accidentally grabbed a toy from the gift shop. Who actually has the matter device? Our Gran. So basically, this little doohickey turned you into whatever you wish to be. And the girls, after hitting up Adventure Universe, were like, we want to be superheroes. Fuck being a baby. I want to fly. So that is their wish. Gran is ready to turn on the TV, and she accidentally is using the matter device as a TV remote, and the babies turn into what they wish to be. And we find that Jade has super sticky skin. So Sasha is super smart.
What color is an ostrich? Black and white. The adult males, that is.
Yasmin is super fast. And Chloe breaks things with her screams. Because she's annoying. And I guess they can just also fly. So they're killing it. And this is when they start doing superhero shit. These girls are my Avengers. That is just such a lame joke, but I like it. I like that joke even though it's not good. Okay, so there's something I've been absolutely itching to talk about. I wasn't itching. That was just a saying. I've been waiting to talk about the textures in this movie. The creators of this movie put their entire They put a lot of effort into the 4 main characters' hair. Their hair is like water. Look at this scene.
She's always been that way. No, I mean, now she really knows.
It is so silky smooth. It looks so luxurious. Everything else just looks so, It's just so funny because I'm like, did they just really think, let's nail the hair texture down and the rest? We don't need to talk about the rest. The best way I can put it in the feeling is if you've ever played The Sims and you downloaded custom content and there was like the beautiful shiny hair and like eyelashes and makeup that looked so out of place because it wasn't the Maxis textures of The Sims. So they're doing their thing, they're slaying, being superheroes, but the potato aliens see a newscast of the girls doing superhero stuff and they're like, oh my god, those little babies have our matter device. They come up with a plan to engage with the girls, and Tuber, of course, is the plant in it and pretends that he's a baby stuck on a ride. Girls show up, trapped. Well, only 2 of them, Yasmin and Sasha. I wish they took Chloe.
Give us back our friend!
And there's a little bit of a confrontation. And while this is happening, Gran decides she's going to watch TV, and she uses the matter device again. This then depowers the girls of their superhero abilities and turns the potatoes into babies. Baby adjacent. So they trap the girlies on the ship, and they attempt to trade places with them by going to Gran's house and taking over. And the potato aliens are sending the girlies back to Potato Planet at sunrise. So the girls got to get out of there. So the babies come up with a plan, and Chloe says this.
Uh-oh. I hope Gran doesn't sing that I Wish I Were a Wiener song.
They manage to escape successfully and make a plan to get back into the house. And our king is back, and he is working very hard. He is just getting paid minimum wage. Kidnapped by aliens. Late to work, got yelled at, then got threatened again by the thing that kidnapped him. It's a whole thing. He is not paid enough money. I'll tell you that. So the girls sneak into their room with their animals. I didn't mention the animals before. There were the animals that cuddled up with them when they went to bed on the first night. I didn't mention them because they were scary to me, but the animals do help them gear the hell up. So after going back and forth with the potato aliens a few times, the girls have this absolutely galaxy brain idea to have a potato dinner from Gran.
We're famished.
And so the potatoes see Gran very aggressively cutting these potatoes, and I can kind of see that she is working through something, slicing these potatoes and just preparing them. But the aliens are like, oh my gosh, those are my people, and she is slaughtering them, and it scares them away enough to turn them into rats.
We wanna be something hard to find.
The rats are absolutely going to hate this announcement. The rats don't run this city, we do.
So that's the movie. I hope that maybe you understand why I felt the way I did when I watched this 15 years ago. You might have seen it and been like, that movie is really cool and totally normal. Maybe I just have something to work through. Anyway, when I was doing some research on this movie, yes, I was doing research on the Bratz Babyz movie and I learned a lot of interesting things. One of those things is there is a really interesting blooper reel that they designed and like planned and filmed and scripted. It's like, oh, the Bratz are real. I get it, but like, it's just funny to me that they made a bloopers reel.
Where did you come from?
Cleveland?
Cuts!
There's also Google reviews, and some of them are incredible, and I want to read them to you. First, William Chetty, 1 star. 9 months ago. I remember watching this as a child. This film was so scary. Also, after watching this again, it's weird how the potato demons kept referring to each other as comrade. They're potatoes, not communists. It was weird, but I watched some of it again with my friend and it was funny. 3 people found this helpful. Okay, next we have Zoe M, who rated it 5 stars. This film was honestly life-changing. The alien potato is what I see when I get sleep paralysis. It stands on the edge of my bed and screams at me. 13 people found this helpful. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. It was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was a lot of fun for you. Subscribe if you want to become super hot, famous, and wealthy. Somebody sent me a letter recently and said that if people subscribe to my YouTube channel, they will become super famous, hot, and wealthy. And I'm just here to spread the message. So just letting you know that if you want to have that happen to you, because it has happened to me, obviously. So anyway, bye.